Good morning. Good to be with you this morning and continuing to build on the 4 pillars of a healthy Christian business leader: healthy relationships, biblical financial values, biblical spirituality, and balanced living. This week we're focusing on pillar number 4, which is balanced living, and the series has been called Family Vacations. The text that we've been kind of focusing on this week is Mark 6, verse 30 to 32. The apostles returned to Jesus and told him all that they had done and taught. And he said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest a while. For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat. And they went away in a boat to a desolate place by themselves." Well, so far this week we've looked at what was your best family vacation. And on Tuesday we talked about staycation versus vacation, which is better. Yesterday we talked about why a family vacation is good for you, and that's you personally. And today we're going to talk about why a vacation, will it help your business? So will a vacation help my business? And that's kind of the focus this morning. I don't know if you can see, but in behind me here, I've got a beautiful sunrise happening. At least I can see some of it, and it's coming, where the sun's coming up or on that side of the building, and we're getting a little bit of the beautiful sun on this side here. Anyways, this morning as we go through this, I've again taken some information from an article that I'll share with you where it came from in a little bit. But the first thing is the damaging effect of not taking vacation for you and your employees. So you've got your business and you say, you know what, no, we're not going to encourage people to take vacation. And as a boss, as a owner of the business, I just work, and I don't take time for vacation because I can't afford it. And so, what is the outcome of that? Again, not always, obviously, but for many, it's called job burnout. Job burnout is a special type of work-related stress, a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. Morning, Eric. Good to have you with me this morning. The long-term impact of burnout, this particular type of burnout, can be devastating to your employees and to their entire lives. And of course, when I say employees, it's true for you as the owner, the boss, as well. So what are the symptoms that come along with this? Obviously, some of the obvious ones are fatigue. They're just exhausted. They're just tired. Insomnia, just not able to sleep. Sadness. Sadness, which often leads to deeper depression, anger, and irritable. They just lose it. As a boss, do you just lose it on your people because you're just exhausted and you don't even realize it? For some, it pushes them to substance abuse, alcohol, drugs. It causes, of course, long term, it leads to heart disease, high blood pressure, even type 2 diabetes, and just an overall vulnerability to illness. And that's job burnout. That's like you work, never stop, never take time to relax, never take time for a family vacation. And so again, we're talking about will a vacation help my business? And clearly not taking a vacation will have a negative impact on my business. The benefits of vacation, and again, this is true for both the employer and the employee. But employees who take time off from work report several things. They report feeling less stress, and less anxiety. So the stress level comes down, the anxiety comes down, there are fewer incidences of depression. And again, if you care at all for those that work for you, then this becomes significant and important for us to consider. They those so fewer incidents of depression. Those aren't the only positive effects either. Regular vacations will have, and I like this. It'll lower risk of heart disease. The experience of a vacation is shown to have a lasting impact on the general wellness of those that work for you, and again, as an employer, for you as well. If you take regular, vacations, it will help your overall well-being. It gives a perception of a life well lived. And numerous studies show that people who take vacation are happier, healthier, more productive, which again is a great reason for any organization, any business to say, you know what, we want to make sure that our employees, we want to make sure that our owners, our boss, is taking the time off that's necessary to be able to be this happier, healthier, more productive person. They're less likely to seek for another job. And they cost less to the employer. So if you have employees and they take time off, they're more likely to stick around. They're going to cost you less, and they're going to have a higher attendance at work and fewer uninsured sick days. And more than that, when employees take time away, they actually report that difficult tasks that they maybe were struggling with before the holidays, and you know what, I'm going on holidays now and I'll be back and I'll deal with that when I get back, that those difficult tasks all of a sudden when they return are not as difficult as they seem to be before they took their vacation. And so that's a significant reason to realize that, vacation is good for your business. It's good for you as the owner, and it's good for your employees as well. Now, the information I just shared with you comes from Nathan Richards' article that he wrote. He's an SEO specialist at Bamboohr, BAMBOOHR. Anyways, and that's, you can find this online, and certainly encourage you to do that because there's a lot of good information that he gives. There's two more reasons family vacation is good for you and good for your business. And again, now I'm talking specifically to those of you who own the business. Taking a vacation helps you to alleviate stress in your own life. And you might be feeling that, especially right now with COVID-19 and everything going on, I can't afford to take a holiday, and I understand that, and I get that. And you'll have to evaluate that for yourself, what is best. But understand that sometimes even just taking, a week off allows you to take a week off from thinking about it, worrying about it, and just leave it with God and say, you know what, I'm going to take this time to focus on my family, getting some rest, and having that time away. And then taking a vacation shows also, it shows your staff that you trust them. It's so significant that you show the people around you that you trust them. I remember my dad telling me, and this is not a positive thing actually, he warned me to not take vacation because he said you might not have a job when you get back. And it wasn't because it was a bad situation. He just had this idea that the people around me might just want to fire me for no good reason whatsoever. But I had to let the people know that I trusted them. And now in my situation, it was a church, and so a little bit different than running my own business. But, pastors have gone away on vacation and come back to having no job. I know of a few that has happened to. And so that was his concern. But I don't think that's a good reason to not go on vacation. And, so as a boss, if you go on vacation, you're saying to your team, you know what, I trust you. I trust you guys to be able to keep this thing going. So today, as you go about your day, consider, again, what are your plans for vacation? Have you actually taken time? Do you have something in place so that your employees not only have opportunity for vacation, but will actually take their vacation? There was another article I was reading on this, and I couldn't put everything in here, but it was just talking about the importance of making sure that our employees take the vacation they need, and the reasons why they won't. And actually, I think it's part of the same article by Nathan. And then, may we learn to trust those around us enough that we can take a vacation, especially if you're the owner. May the Lord bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.